Hey, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Face Beat Friday. If this is your first time tuning in, Face Beat Friday is normally the day where I put on some makeup and beat this face, but today we're actually going to do something a little bit different. Before I get into that though, make sure that you go ahead and like the video, that you are subscribed, and that you share this video out because we are on the road to 5,000 and I need your help. Y'all have been sharing. I need you to continue to share on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, your TikTok, or whatever social media sites you use. And let's get into today's video.
Stokes styling.
Okay. So today we're actually going to go through my eyeshadow palette collection and rearrange them. So I'm going to show y'all how I have my eyeshadows now, and they're in like this in a couple of drawers. And the thing is that I reach for the ones at the front of the drawer, which is great. You know, those are some of my favorite palettes. But that means there's a whole stack of palettes in the back that don't get used. And I told y'all previously that I'm trying to get better about like actually using my makeups, using my eyeshadow collections, all of that good stuff. So let's rotate them. You know, it's about a rotation. So first off, let me show y'all how I store my palettes. So this is one drawer, and then I have another one on the bottom of this. So as you can see, the ones that are like right in the front are the ones that I use the most. Of course, the Jackie Aina palette. Y'all know this is one of my favorite palettes. Beauty Bakery, Do It for the Gram. I love this palette because it just has like enough little neutrals and things like that. So this has been one that I reach for a lot. Beauty Bakery has officially said that they're going out of business. They were a black-owned brand. I'm really sad to hear that, but I do enjoy this palette, so at least I still have one of their products. I did a special look with this palette not too long ago. That's why it's to the front. Pat McGrath. This quad, actually, I keep bringing this quad to the front because I want to use it, but it has such vibrant colors that, like, I haven't done a look with this yet, but I'm probably going to keep this more toward the front because it's Auntie Pat, so of course. Violet Voss Essentials 2. Again, another palette that's easy to work with. A lot of these have like blues because I think I did a blue look not too long ago, so like a lot of the blues got pushed to the front. This Juvia's Place palette is one of my faves. Oh, my hands are ashy. Hold on. Okay. Now, this Juvia's Place palette is one of my favorite. I did a cleanse of a lot of Juvia's Place palettes, but this one definitely is a keeper. And then there's another one that shouldn't be too far back. Yeah. This one here, the Chocolates palette. Oh my gosh. When I say love this palette, as you can see, and it's going to be really hard, but I'm going to pull this one to the back. Okay. It's going to be hard. This palette I've only used a couple of times, so I'm going to try to keep this more towards the front because I do want to play in this one more. It has a lot of shimmers, and I've been doing more matte looks, but I want to get back into my shimmers, especially as the summertime is coming. I think it'd be nice to play with some shimmers, so I'm going to make sure I move this one more towards the front. A classic, honey, the Ross Sauce. This is like first edition crayon case brand. Another Juvia's Place, the Coral palette. This is another palette I really love, especially because of that second row. This second row is gorgeous on this palette. Love it so much. The Beauty Creations Cali Chic palette. Now, I like this palette. I like this color story, and I've done a few purges of my eyeshadow palettes, and every time I keep this one with hopes that I'm going to like play in it more, and I never have. So honestly, even though I think this is a gorgeous palette, I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. As you can see, that color, this color here, I have played in, but the last two colors here I played in, but the rest not so much. So I think it's time for me to just go ahead and let this one go. The Ace Beauty Falling For You palette. Oh, this is a really pretty palette. This color here, apple, right here, this is why I keep this palette. I'm not even gonna hold you. I still want to play with this a little bit more. It's made it through a couple of purges. It's gonna make it through one more. Now if I don't get to it, I'm gonna move this to the front. I feel like, especially with this pine cone color over here on the second row, I feel like it has some colors that I will be able to make a nice story with. So I'm gonna keep it and move it to the front. Let's see, what else is back here? Oh, the Masquerade. This is such a beautiful, colorful palette. Hold on. There we go. Such a beautiful, colorful palette. That matte green is going to keep this palette, and the purple is going to be why I keep this palette regardless. Okay. Who is this? Ofra. This Ofra palette is really pretty. A nice mini palette. I have used it a few times. But to be honest, it's no colors that are really just making me run home. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. The KAB Cosmetics palette. I know that I have used this a few times, but not many. Have I used it at all? Wait. As I'm looking at it, I don't think I have used this not once. And it does have some pretty colors, but I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of this. The Natasha Denona. I love Natasha Denona. I have two of the Quint sets, and this one on the top is actually my favorite of the two. I'm gonna get rid of this one on the bottom because it does have more cooler ashy tones, and I just don't reach for it. But this one I do like and I do use, so I'm going to keep this one. The Saharan 2 by Juvia's Place. Yeah, Saharan 2. Y'all see, I've used this one a lot. I like this one. I'm going to move this to the front, especially since I'm moving some of my more neutrals to the back. So I'm going to move this one up to the front. Crown. The Crown has a good, this is a good one. This is a good neutral palette. I'm going to move this to the front. The Warrior. Warrior 2. You see how faded this is? This was bright red. This is so faded. This is like one of my babies, man. Love this palette. Love this palette. One of all matte, neutral warm palette. I'm gonna move that one back up to the front as well. This Ace Beauty Nostalgia. Ace Beauty Nostalgia. This is just a gorgeous color story. I can't get rid of it just because of the color story, but I'm going to move it to the front because it has been just in the back collecting dust. Let's see what else is back here. Okay, the Violets palette by Juvia's Place. Another one that I have worked on, and I moved it to the back so I could stop putting holes in it, but I think it's time to bring her back forward. The Festival by Juvia's Place. Come on, open. Another beautiful color story. That red and that orange at the top are why I keep this palette. I don't know if I'm gonna bring it to the front, but I'm definitely not going to declutter it. So yeah. And lastly, we have the Violet Voss Olive You Forever. Olive You Forever. So you already know what kind of colors are in here. Let's see. You already can guess what kind of colors are in this palette. All right, so let's move some things to the back. So I'm going to start by moving. I am going to put the Do It For The Gram back here. Love this palette, but I'm going to put it back so that I don't reach for it. We're going to go ahead and throw these back. It hurts my heart, but I'm going to retire you for right now, Jackie. I will be back, but you got to go back here because if it's in reaching distance, I don't touch anything else. Okay. The Zulu. I think I'm going to put Zulu right here. The Chocolates palette, I'm going to put in the back. The Berries palette. Let's set it right there for now. As a matter of fact, And then what we got here, raw sauce is going to go here. We'll put the berries right there. The Warrior 3, the Festival, they'll go back here as well. Can they fit? Let's see. Put the Nubian back there. It's also about making sure they fit, huh? Alright. We'll put that back there. No. Well, as a matter of fact, we'll set these right here. I'm going to put the Violet Boss, the Natasha Denona, and the Violet here. Ace Butte here. And there. So that is now that drawer. Let's go. Oh, almost forgot. And my Pat McGrath. Alright, now let's go to our next drawer. This is another palette that I have been using a lot. This is the Anastasia Soft Glam. I'm going to push this to the back because as you can see, first of all, I just got this palette maybe like in August. And as you can see, I'm putting a dent in some of these colors. So I'm going to retire this one for a little while. This is my blush palette from Juvia's Place. This palette stays in rotation because I don't have a whole lot of blushes. And I use this palette for pretty much all my blush looks for the most part. So this palette has to stay towards the front. This palette is one of my favorites from Pat McGrath. It was their holiday collection, I want to say 2020 or 2021. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Like when I travel, this is the palette that I bring because I can make so many pretty looks with it. And as a matter of fact, this drawer has more of my Pat McGrath stuff in it. So like the Mothership 8 palette, which is this one here. The Mothership 4 palettes. This is the Queen palette from the Fumi collab with Juvia's Place. I did like this palette. I used it for a long time, but I think that I am going to go ahead and retire this palette. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna declutter it. Primrose Cream Lip and Cheek Cream palette. I'm keeping this because I want to try some of these colors out on my cheeks more. So what I'm actually going to do is pull this up and bring it into my blush drawer. This is where my blushes normally are, so I'll bring it up there. This is a highlighter, a 3-fold highlighter from Pat McGrath. Hold on, I'm trying to open it for y'all. Here we go. I love these highlighters. I love these. These are going to stay in rotation, stay towards the front. This is the other Pat McGrath holiday palette. Again, beautiful colors, beautiful color story. This is my Anastasia Cream Contour Kit. This is another like contour kit. This is from the crayon case. The Contourization Notebook. This is like the first generation. Like I've had this for so freaking long. And to be honest with you, the only color that I used the most was this one that's pretty much gone. The rest of them I didn't use that much. So I am going to go ahead and get rid of this palette. But it was so cute and I loved it. And I still love the Contourization Kit notebook. And who knows, this might be a repurchase at a later date. But I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one now. This is a face palette. This is a iconic London face palette. I wanted to really get into some of these colors. I really did. But to be honest with you, I haven't. And I don't think that many of these are, except for this one pink in the middle. The rest of them I think will just show up really ashy on me. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this. Goodbye. The Laura Geller Lip, Eye, and Cheek Palette. You know what I'm going to do with this one? Is this cream? It's cream to powder. I want to try this. I really do. I want to try this. This little terracotta color is not showing up great on camera, but it is a little bit more terracotta. I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna pull it up into my blush drawer, and if I don't use it within the next declutter, it's out of here. The Blink Glow Face palette. This is what it looks like. I do like this pink up here. That actually is a really pretty blush color, and the brown next to it is a pretty color as well. I'm going to keep it. I'm just going to pull it up to the top. And as a matter of fact, you know what? I said that I keep that Juvia's Place palette because that's my blush, but I am going to pull it to the back, and we're going to use some of these other colors. You know, if they don't get used, they can get on up out of here. So I'm gonna hold off on getting rid of this one right now. Then we have the box of crayons. I have my backup Anastasia Contour Cream Kit. And this is another Beauty Bakery palette, the Coffee and Cocoa Face palette. I like this. Oh, I like this one. I like the colors. Definitely going to keep this. So let's pull this. So let's rearrange. These are more face palettes. So let's rearrange these a little bit. We're going to move my Pat McGraths to the back. I'm gonna move those to the back. Ooh, don't fall. Ooh, what's this? What's this little thing? Oh, this little quartet. Who is this by? Bossy Beauty. Some little quartet of some sorts. That's cute. Am I gonna keep it? I'm gonna move it up here to these eyeshadow palettes. If I reach for it this time, I will keep it. If not, it can go. And what else do we have? I'm going to bring this to the front. I'm going to bring this to the front. And then I'm going to take this and retire her for right now. She's going to go to the back. That stays to the front. And this Soft Glam palette is actually going to go to the back here with the eyeshadows. Back of the eyeshadow. So that's it, you guys. Those are my palettes, my face and eyeshadow palette. You know, you gotta go through regularly, update your collection, especially if you want to buy things, and make sure that you're actually using what you bought. So I am getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm getting rid of 7 palettes. When I get rid of them, what I tend to do is just cleanse them and then send them to my mom and my sister, because they don't buy makeup, they just wait on me to purge. So that's it for today's Face Beat Friday. I know, really quick. I don't think I have any other makeup that I need to purge at this moment. I might need to go through and declutter some lipsticks, but I'm just not ready to do that yet. Like, I have some gorgeous lipsticks, so like, maybe next week, maybe a month from now, I'll be back and declutter my lipstick section of my vanity, but one thing at a time. And I feel like this was a good little declutter. So anyway, thank y'all so much. If you used any of the palettes that I used, let me know your thoughts on them. If you agree with my decluttering stash, let me know down below. Make sure that you are subscribed. Don't forget to like the video on your way out, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.
This is a quick snippet of my Go Without Glue course. Join this course if you are a woman suffering from alopecia, so that you can learn how to choose, install, and maintain a medical wig. And for a limited time, I have a special promo code. Enter promo code INTRO to receive $50 off of this course. You do not want to miss it. Make sure you head on over to www.besssu.com and join my course today. To everyone else, don't forget to follow me on all socials, links in the D box. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.